Alright, back to the normal runs here. Here's a horde. And, ooh, really old school combo here. We got, what's her name? Sentient with Frozen Lances. Doesn't strike me as a great combo, but we'll see. The starter cards are okay. At least Detonation can be good early. Siphon, I don't know. I don't think Siphon's that good, but it's okay. Titan Sentry's obviously very good, though perhaps redundant with some game plans here with Sentient. Now I will say this. Given that I have a Titan Sentry, if I'm offered Spikes and Explosive, I would take Explosive. Otherwise, I think I would take Cultivate if it's offered, but we'll see. Reason being is, Spikes, I may generally... there's a few things going on for Explosive here. I mean, honestly, I said this was the case in Monster Train 1, but I think I also feel the same way in Monster Train 2, is that Sentient really thrives with... or the explosive variant of Sentient really can thrive with Stygian, just because you can double up on those incants. And then also, even if you don't double up on incants, you have something like a Titan Sentry that can clear out all the backline, and then Explosive just has to clean up the tanks. All of these situations can be good for it. I actually may prefer Explosive over Cultivate even. We'll see. Hopefully I don't have to make that choice. Unfortunately, we don't get offered Explosive. So obviously we'll just take Cultivating. There's no sense taking Spikes when we already have Titan Sentry. Did I just say there was no sense taking Spikes? Yeah, okay. Well, I guess unless there's a Gnarled Root. Maybe it'll be harder for me to break my muscle memory. But I should probably start taking Artifact first. I've generally liked going Champ path first. But it's just tough. You look at the artifacts, and there's a lot of artifacts that could go either way, right? There's some artifacts where it's like, well, I don't know where to take it unless I've already seen my... and here's the thing. Even if I went artifact first here, am I really taking Gnarled Root anyway? Speculatively, since I have a 2 out of 3 chance to maybe get Spikes, is it even that good? Is it even better than Cultivating, doing that with Spikes? I don't even think it is. Of course, it becomes good if we get a Thorn Hollow, but, a lot of speculation there, even if I went this first, right? Now it's the only reason to take it is a Thorn Hollow. So... I mean, at the same time, Trader's Cult does literally nothing for me right now, and may never do anything for me. That's why I'm these are not that great. But I suppose Gnarled Root at least makes us sharpen into a pretty good card, so we can probably just take Gnarled Root. Both of those cards, the artifacts, are speculative, so might as well take the one with a higher ceiling. The one that could potentially give us some sort of direction that we might not otherwise have. -1 draw is fine. We're already drawing extra with Cultivating. Definitely want this bottom sap boss as well, which is really nice. We'll go top with Sentient. Yeah, we'll go... I think just Spear Steward makes more sense. Let's do this and then that. That way follow-up could be... Well, I guess the follow-up's never better than a Frozen Lance, because these guys are never going to be damaged before this guy gets there. So, I suppose we should just do this. And probably more important for me to get this... If only these did 12 damage. I feel like they should do 12 damage. Don't you feel that? Unfortunately, there's no real way for me to get the Collector here. But that's okay. Heal you, I guess? Or do I want to do damage? Oh, well, apparently I'm doing damage. The minority report device is in my mouse, and it sensed that I might have thought about clicking it, and it just it did it for me. So thanks, mouse. With any luck, we can maybe get enough regen. That nice thing about the upgraded restore early is that regen 2, it can be pretty good. I guess I was always doing regen 2, but it does a 4 health now. And that actually hurt me here at the detonation. I think we just want to try to not take fire damage here. That. Let's do this. Detonation will only do 4 damage, so I think it's fine if we just try to get some of that going. Anything, I should have kept that tank damaged. Looks like we're fine here, though. Alright. I will mention, I think cultivating is at her weakest in the first 3 rings. She actually gets better past that, I would typically say. So here's a great example of getting our choices opened up here. Sharpen would really be a tough pick, I think. But with a Gnarled Root, it's a pretty good card. It's possible, though, that Wildwood Sap is still better. I completely forgot. What were we fighting for the bosses? This is Siphon, Archeon, Savagery, and Lifesteal. I totally didn't even check that beforehand. Well, good thing we know Savagery. We'll have to keep an eye out for Savagery. This combo can have problems with Savagery because obviously Awoken and to some degree Stygian have a lot of mechanics that just make pretty big stat sticks, but a big stat stick still melts like butter if Seraph is on the floor giving them rage and you can't actively at least take out the sweepers. So we will want to make sure we can at least take care of those sweepers, which honestly, if I can just get an Endless Titan Sentry, takes care of quite a lot of that. We still might take some Amalgam damage, but that's not too big of a deal. But yeah, I don't know. Wildwood Sap it's okay on Ascension. It can be okay on the Titan Sentry, but if I get it Endless on Titan Sentry, it wouldn't matter too much. Whereas Sharpen, now I can have a card for my backliners, which I currently have none of. I have no actual good card if I want to. I believe we're definitely going to the Steel here. There's really nothing for the Merchant of Magic. Yeah, pretty clear Steel, so it's Awoken. And with the Awoken units, you want something like Razor Sharp Edge, but Sharpen in the upgraded form here with Gnarled Root actually will give us a Razor Sharp Edge worth of damage plus the spikes. Spikes, unfortunately, aren't really all that relevant on a backliner, but we aren't really caring. It's just an overcosted Razor Sharp Edge, and we're kind of fine with that, I think. Because it's, and here's the thing, if I don't get a backliner, say we're only offered a Hollows, I can make good use of the Hollows, because that would be something I could meaningfully spam with my heals. And even in that case, I don't think I'd want the Wildwood Sap over Sharpen. Sharpen's just going to give us more damage, so we'll take the Sharpen. This probably just take the Offering Token. Yeah, this is just speculative, but it's just good for incant. It's good to just discard a Vengeful Shard, if anything. But it's really good if you can get a Crypt Builder, so we want to open up Crypt Builder. But we'll go left here for sure. We need some steel. Okay, Titanite and Dualism. And I have enough to buy both without skipping a unit, so I could technically put that onto Titan Sentry, and there's a good amount of time I think that I can work with that pretty well. It's still there's still, I don't know, it's not solving everything though, but it is okay. I don't know that Damn, this is tough. So, I feel like Awoken Hollow is the better unit here. Because Animus' speed, I don't know, she's definitely better than she used to be, but I still don't find her to be, like, that amazing. She is good, but... And I suppose she's pretty good into this... I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword here in a savagery, I would say. She's good in that she could kill those... the larger sweeper, no problem, right? But you still got to take care of the other sweeper, so... Because she has no health. You can always add health, which helps a little bit, but not when you got melee weakness 3. Whereas the Awoken Hollow, you know, like I said, we'd have a more clear target to spam our heals on, but the problem is we see a Titanite and a Dualism in that shop, and that would be a pretty good Titan Sentry, but it would require us to use our heals on the Titan Sentry, so I am thinking, like, maybe we could just go the Animus of Speed. Also, it just sits, you know, it being quick sometimes is a bad thing, but for more or less, it can just sit behind Cultivating Sentient or Titan Sentry. Either one, it should be fine. Whichever one makes more sense. Yeah, I think we take the Animus of Speed. Then we commit to this powerful Titan Sentry. Keep in mind, there's definitely some equipment that can become good on him now, so that does open up maybe the possibility of the Merchant of Arms. Right now, if we don't have anything good for the Merchant of Magic other than just cost reduction on a Sharpen, and there's a pretty good magic node up here, it looks like, right before the second big boss. And then the final magic. So we know there's 2 magics that are good. This one is iffy. I think we don't. I mean, we do probably benefit pretty well from a Woken Banner, though. So, I don't know. We may still hit this magic. We'll see. -1 is annoying, for sure. I can't play my Calcified Ember. I can play Sharpen, but nothing else. But this Titan Sentry, I mean, we invested that much in it. We should definitely take trials. This thing should, you know, given who the boss is, I am gonna put this behind there. I think that makes sense. I guess I'll do this just because, I don't know. Yeah, I guess we just have a better draw. It is worse if I have to go to the top floor for Relentless, but I don't think I'm gonna have to do that. Hopefully. Alright, we can do that, and then they're all dead. I can heal later. Also let my health come down a little bit. And we'll just do that. Could also do this, which I feel is pretty powerful. Probably better than 2 restores. Save this for the boss. I don't think so. Or, I mean, I do think so. Look at that, we're already beating him. Not anything even needed. But yeah, we'll do this. Alright. I don't know that another destination is, or detonation is really what we want. I do want to, like, stack up regen. I would have loved to have seen another Wildwood Sap, but, you know, we had to make our choice between the 2. Hopefully we made the right choice. I will say it just depends. Preserved Thorns is probably fine. You never know, we might, at least at the Ring 3 reward, get an incant unit, and it's a really good incant card. Otherwise, it does just draw a full hand. Good with because I want to take an Ember upgrade probably. Yeah, let's take it. Darn, these are not the best. Could take a Mollusk Mage. It's interesting, you know, obviously you would love to have this in Luna Coven, but Luna Coven just has so much easier access to things that make Conduit good, like many more ways to attune cards or just have attuned cards, and then obviously all the Moonblade synergy. So like Mollusk Mage looks good when you're Luna, but it doesn't look as good when you're just Stygian, you know? It's like, alright, if we already know, since this is our second choice, that we're not getting 2 of the attuned cards, which really limits what there is, right? Because Crypt Builder and Titan's Gratitude are off the table now, and you know, otherwise we're just adding flat 10 to stuff, which is okay. It's certainly good with the thing that I have, but I don't know. We probably just want the Flash Freeze, I guess. I don't even know if we want any of these, honestly. I'd be open to skipping. I mean, my problem with Flash Freeze is it's not going to meaningfully do much different than Titan Sentry is. It would help with like flying bosses. That's the main thing. I may just want to keep the deck relatively light anyway, so I can spam Restore as much as I can. I'm wondering if Cuddle Hex makes any sense. I don't think it does. There's just not much combo cards, I think, in this combo. You know, maybe you could argue a Vulcan Railspike, but those are just one and dones now, so you can't get like some big, huge cycling turn or anything set up with it. So I don't know. I probably just skip these. You probably wouldn't hate to have a Flash Freeze, but it just didn't seem that good. So, I don't know. We didn't really add anything that super benefits from Merchant of Magic. That's one thing that's making this choice kind of tough right now. The thing is, a simple cost reduction on Sharpen goes a long way, but it might be a really expensive cost reduction, because if I don't, you know, 50-50, I don't top the -1 Ember, then that means it's the -2 in Consume, which is fine if specifically I hit a 2 out of 7 to hit the Consume Remove to accompany it in that first roll, or the first screen before the roll. So 2 out of 7 times my 50-50 is mitigated, but that's not great. It's still like a pretty good amount of the time I'm going to have to re-roll to get -1, unless I want to settle for just it being a one and done with the -2. I guess you could hold out for Consumer Move later, or yellow roll it. I don't think you'd have enough money to do that though. It costs like 35 to do an Ember upgrade, and then 75 to reroll. It doesn't seem like you'd hit pay dirt on that. I guess you could skip the unit, get 10 extra gold. It still is not guaranteed. Whereas if I go to the right, mainly the Awoken rooms or equipment would be good. You know, just get some max. The equipment in particular would be very good on the Titan Sentry, because then I could get the max health increasing. I will say, if we can't increase his max health somehow, I'll settle for a Cycle of Life if I have to. Even a Steel Enhancer I would have took if I saw it, but we just didn't see it. Yeah, but we will need a way to get that health up, which I don't think anything on the left gets me there. So it's tough to say. It's tough to say. You know, I can still play Sharpen just fine. Could take an Ember upgrade anyway. I think we go to the right. I mean, I guess I could also double stack a Sharpen. It's not a huge upgrade. That's a pretty expensive upgrade just to get essentially 6 extra damage if we're using it on backliners. It's still essentially just 6 to 12 extra damage. It's not much. Yeah, let's go to the right. I think the upside is just way more at this Merchant of Arms. And if I fully brick, so be it. At least I get health. Alright, Meat Shield does give us some extra health. That's definitely worth taking. The other option is we can go over Growth Carapace and just run it on its own floor. I really don't need a backliner. At the moment, I really don't benefit that much from one. So I actually definitely lean toward the Overgrowth Carapace here, and we'll take it before we visit the cavern, because we would absolutely want to, you know, graft that onto the Titan Sentry. Oh, that's almost certainly the call, unless I want to take Tome of Horrors. Doesn't immediately, I mean, it still immediately will clear an entire floor of enemies, at the very least, which is pretty good. But with those two magics we're going to hit later, definitely plenty of potential for high roll, but it's going to be in the deck in vanilla form for quite a while, which is a little rough when you're not Lazarus, right? Because you just don't have another way to get reanimate. But certainly, I don't know, it is hard to build around this when you're not in Lazarus, but it's still just a valuable pick. But I kind of like the Endless, especially, yeah, I do like the Endless Tome here, I think. Putting that on the Titan Sentry is really good. Yeah, let's take that. So, I can't really reroll here and afford anything, so I guess we just deploy. It would have been nice to, if I can, like, combine it with the crown, that would be the best case scenario, I think. I don't know, though. It doesn't lock it in to a certain amount of pip, though, the way that, like, a Smidge Stone would. I think the other option is I just take a pip upgrade, which right now is certainly doable. It's something to think about. But, yeah, so it won't eternally grow right now, but that's fine. We're living with that for now. I think we're maybe going left here, pretty likely, I would say. I know that Titan Sentry can't do everything, but it can certainly do a lot. And we're still going to have to figure out how to kill tanks. But for the time being, this should be good. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot I'm Herzl Horde, so I got like a ton of Ember already. That makes pip upgrade easier, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Put Animus' speed here. And we just won't play the other Shield Steward. I should really get rid of one eventually here. Since we're really building around Sentry, we'll do this. I can take a hit here, that's fine. Try to get these guys dying. Well, better to die now while the savagery's not there. I have no rush to kill this guy, so why don't we just spend the majority of this on healing. We should try to get one of these dead. I mean, if he'll come, he's going to get two things. I think I actually put it in the back then. That was a bad call, actually. Oh, it's fine. He'll only be at 5. He'll be locked into 5, so he will be playable as long as this floor eventually dies. Which, hopefully it should. I always want to play one of these. That was pointless. I should put the energy siphon on the other guy. Should have used my Animus' speed the turn 1 as well. But I may need it for the upcoming thing. I'd love to play this, though. This guy's gonna crush the boss. Let's just make sure we're not taking any more power damage, I guess. Granted, he is siphoning pretty well. But I still think we're fine. Okay, that's dead. I'm going to still hold my ability, I think. Maybe for this round. come on. I clearly, okay, whatever. If you say so, game. I'm blaming the mouse again. Or something. I don't even know what happened there. Somehow that equated to, oh, we're actually having to. It's like, oh wait, we're not dying. Whoa, 669, that's tubular. Alright, I remember those 2 vengeful shards like they were yesterday. These are not great. Gifts could be okay, but I would need to hit consumer move to really make use of it. Siren song is probably fine. That is maybe a valid answer to the tank problem. I'm trying to think if I can get enough frostbite on them and do some damage here and there. I mean, I'll have spikes damage as well, I guess. It's a very minor amount, though. But yeah, then they'll get dazed. I think it's fine. Ooh. Well, Lodestone doesn't make much sense when we added Siren's sea room, I would say. But a Siren of the Sea, I don't know. I will not be able to incant it that much because I'm dedicating an entire floor to Titan Sentry, and he's going to require many heals, and that's like most of my incants. So it's not so easy. But I probably still take it. I mean, I've got the space for it. Also, with the pip upgrade, I won't have to remove a shield steward, so that's nice. I think we still go left. I mean, if I go to the right, it's really multi-strike or bust. And I don't know if I would want any stitching unit other than the Siren of the Sea I already have, so that banner is probably not that useful. Health is not that useful. I think we just go left here. Thorn Casing does make that Preserve Thorns a little bit better. Sigil Seaweed's also just super good, though. Probably just take the both of them. I really don't need Deepwood Oil. Let's check the cavern first. Fight Club. Spell Sanctum. If only it was on the first floor. Damn. Well, this would have been something I could simply just merge in, and then I wouldn't have needed the pip upgrade. But that's okay. I think I still would rather merge something else in. I don't know what yet, though. Do I still want this? I mean, even with the pip upgrade, I'm like, I could get infinite pip essentially with this, and then I can still, like, put other units on that floor, like the Siren. Like, how soon, especially since the other things aren't that good for me. You know, how soon can I hit a Merchant of Arms? Well, I gotta give up an Empyrean Well to do that. That's a pretty shitty deal, especially as Stitch and Banner's very unlikely to be that good for me at that point. And I'm giving up, you know, the Merchant of Steel, it's still, I can search for things at the, for the Siren. But, you know, mainly I get a dupe and the, you know, the alcove. I mean, honestly, I could just dupe this equipment and, but, you know, that's another way to handle things. You know, I could have an Animus on her own floor, a Sentient on her own floor, and then just say fuck it to all the other units. I mean, but I could still take this. What about any other arms? So this arms is good. I could still, like, take it speculatively to hold it all the way until that Merchant of Arms. Because I don't think I would want to hit this Merchant of Arms. I think the Empyrean Well of the current equipment's too strong to pass up. I mean, unless I want to wait all the way here to dupe it when it's technically already, merged at that point. But yeah, we'll take the Hef's Hammer. I think there's just... none of them really actually do fit cleanly into my current game plan anyway. So I know I want the Silence, I just don't know about the Thorn casing. It very unlikely to do much more than just combo with his Preserved Thorns. The only other thing I would add for Thorns at this point would be the Artifact. The Thorn Fruit or whatever it's called. It's a good artifact, but I don't want to spend all my gold on that. I mean, Deepwood Oil might actually even be better, especially if I am going to start making a bunch of equipment. But yeah, I'll take the Thorn Casing. We'll see. There's definitely some fights where that will pop off. Yeah, I don't think we have any reason to flex into Explosive at this point. There is some reason with the Siren of the Sea, but not really. So, if I don't top deck Sharpen, this could be annoying. We want to go down here anyway. Go like this. Alright, we just have to hit 2 here. Hit 1 there. Yeah, I think that's fine. I guess cooldown's only 2. I should be using this more often, but I'm going to save it for this guy. We also can just do this. Of course, I don't cultivate at all if I do that, but we do want to get that into play. That's a good hit. I guess I put this here, but it's not actually going to do anything. Could give up 1 here just to get this out. That's fine. But 1 heal and 1 thing of Frostbite, but I think with the Siren Song, they're never going to kill us. Of course, we'll do this. Can't get the Slay there, so I'll just hold the ability. Didn't seem like a turn that I needed to do. Preserve Thorns. I can't fit. Do that just so we get the Slay. I guess this fits now. Yeah, that's a kill. Perfect. Bramble-Ash, we just don't have enough spikes. I didn't even play Sharpen once that fight. It's, but a Pyrogrow, I think I like that. It makes the Preserved Thorns make a lot more sense. We can definitely make use of that. Makes this pip upgrade less costly too. I still wonder if Gifts is probably fine to take. I don't necessarily have to replay all these cards. Guardian's Amulet doesn't seem very good here. Preserve also just doesn't seem that good. What's the worst that could happen with gifts for a guard? I'll always at least still have some heals left over, and this is just a one and done. We take it. Quick large stone. Alright, I guess we're gonna... Even though he did do the deployable, it just makes sense to graft it on. I mean, it does kind of suck because then I can't put it together with Hef's hammer. This would have been the one rare time where hell venting before this event would have made sense. Had I hell vented the equipment, this would be such a better event right now. But I don't know. We don't have to do it. Just trying to think, because that arms is very automatic up here. But and I'm not even necessarily doing it for the Hef's hammer merge. It's there if we want it, but I mainly want to do it for the chance of something else, like an old growth or something that I could hopefully find at the Merchant Arms, or just in a rare pack coming up at that boss. And that would just be massively better than... And honestly, I don't have any trouble playing it out in deployment right now. I will have trouble with it, you know... I mean, here's the other thing. I was going to dupe the equipment. I could just dupe the Sentry. And, I mean... I do kind of wonder if that gets through the game. I mean... It still could be a problem killing tanks, but I don't know. I could fit the Animus of Speed onto one of those floors and then just put the Hef's hammer on her. And then she can still get... If I do that bottom floor, I can still get some extra pip out of it. I'm trying to think why I'd even do that, though. Is there even any big advantage to that? Probably not. Yeah. I think we just do it. This is going to crush most of the game. The only question is it good enough into the end? But I feel like it will be with the whatchamacallit. So we definitely want to roll for multi-stone. Okay, we got multi. So there's still, I think we're only going to have the two sharks, and then I think up top. I don't have to heal them necessarily at this point. Yeah, let's do this. I'll just give that for some stats, a little bit of extra damage. I do think we should remove at least one of these now, because they're going to be a liability, but probably two of them even, right? I don't know if we're going left or right. We're planning on going left, but I still don't have that good of spells. So if I don't have good spells, I'm not going left. But we'll keep our money for now in case we have to go to that trinkets. Right, these guys just have their equipment. Put them on the floor together, I suppose. And then this guy just won't get played. So I need to remove that other one. Alright, we could sap myself. Or I could just get some aid cans. I don't know what's best here. I could even hit my own unit, I suppose. We're gonna be fine here, so... do that, and then collector should die up there. Let's just get you healed. I don't need to put endless because I can't really replay these guys. This is where the Tome of Horrors would have been better, by the way. Like I could totally just put it on even. I could even put it on the collector there for a double kill. 69, nice. Not nice enough though, apparently. Put that here. Do that for the sleigh eventually. I guess I can just put this guy down now then. Would have preferred to, could have killed, whatever, he's dying anyway. Would have preferred to have that combo with the Preserved Thorns, but it's okay. Alright, this guy will get some damage. Let's see what we can put together here. Okay. Oh, he's dead. Nice. Well, he definitely wasn't going to get through the next floor. Invigorating Solution or Ensnare. Ensnare, I think I could definitely make use of. We wouldn't be able to really use it in the top floor, though. I mean, we could. It would actually be okay. Yeah, Ensnare is just too good. No matter what, it's going to be good. Frenzied Swarm is looking less needed, honestly, but we could still probably take it. Don't see any big reasons not to. Does open up the Merchant of Magic a little bit. I mean, these, double stack is okay with these cards. Holdover is really good with Ensnare and Frenzied Swarm. Like, if you need it for Frenzied Swarm, it's there. Intrinsic, not really doing much. Removals would certainly be nice. I got a lot of money though. Armory. There's still some. I still would love to get the healing rune. That would really do some good, but I don't know. Even I don't have any big spell damage, so like the Siphon. I don't know. Like, I could get a little bit more damage on the Detonation. That's probably my most damaging card. I may need those to be upgraded. And this is... And the Final Magic is definitely a better node in comparison to hit. I mean, that's so easy to hit here. But there is some debate here, because I don't know. I don't need any Pyre health. The Vortex is nice. That's the most enticing thing on the left side. The Merchant of Magic is just not that enticing right now, I think. I think I can get all the value I need probably out of the final Merchant of Magic anyway. If I go to the right, there's definitely some trinkets that would help a lot. Yeah, I think we'll go to the right. Split Anvil. And we could take a Void Fragment. I mean, that could be worth it. We obviously got to get rid of all those three at the very least, and then probably we don't want any of these Frozen Lances either. Whetstone also plays. I mean, I can afford all of them, so I might as well take all of them, I guess. So Split Anvil. Iron Tongue, not really. Enchanted Chamber looks pretty good, though. That could help me, definitely. It doesn't mess with Whetstone at all either, so we're good. Just take them all. Beautiful. I'm really glad we went this route. That was some serious value there. I'm not going to pay any money for purges since I bought that artifact. So we get to Siren's room in a reasonable amount of time, we'll be fine. I honestly don't know if this is better here or here. It's probably better here still. And we don't play that. Alright, this is looking like a gifts. Damn it, I should have played it first. Does sharpen make me want to change my game plan here? I don't think so. Yeah, this is fine. We're going to hold on to the estimation, detonation. Oh, right, I have split anvil. Perfect. I'm glad I did that. I take it back. I'm a genius. And yeah, we'll hold these. And I guess I'll do this for an incant. Might as well hit him. Alright, good. He didn't get any lifesteal. Do we want to put this bottom or mid? Siren Song should kill this. We do want to get that into play. I do think, though, perhaps... Good thing they're silenced. Drawing a lot here, I guess, works. It's fine. Him being near death is fine. So we just get another hit here anyway. I could do this. He might come back, though. This definitely makes the most sense. Do that. So you did get the lifesteal. That's okay. He's not stealing any life anyways. Got a bunch of armor that we're getting through. I may want to leave the health here for a detonation. Same with this one. So give you that. Give you two of them. I really don't want that thing living. Alright, this should be fine. I know it's 15 Titan skin, but that's what, 45? Shit, it's gonna be close, isn't it? Here, let's... That should help. That should help. Since we really don't want to make anything endless, just do this, that way we know it doesn't die, because we don't want to hurt or draw, so we can't replay these units. This guy definitely needs to get hit. Looks like we can do that with these. We have the ensnare if we want it. And it is... I think we want the enchanted chamber mid. I don't know, it's tough to say. We do. Let's start killing him though, so I'm just gonna keep this guy here. Makes my life easier, I think. Could put big damage on the boss right now. 300 damage worth. It's not really so good anywhere else. Be nice if I could get Siphon though. don't think we want to keep them around for the boss, so this will just hit him. I don't even know if we want him to hit us. I guess we do. It's probably fine. Yeah, we'll just not play that. Alright, looks like he's dead. Shard Chandler. Spreading spores. Spreading spores might not be so bad. You know, with the gnarled root, with the units I have, I think I like it. And that final Merchant of Magic will be very enticing for that. I think we take Ember. I don't know though, honestly. Like I do see the value in a draw upgrade because if I hit Split Anvil, the problem is I just don't have that many activators for right now. I have the Gifts, which is a one and done. Then I have Sharpen, and that's really it. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny because Split Anvil I think was maybe more valuable in the first game because like things like double stack and consumer move would increase the cost of a card, but there's not anything that really increases the cost of a card in this game. But yeah, I think draw is still maybe better here. Get rid of the Shield Steward. Swift Dagger, Inferno Rune. All these are pretty bad. Frost Piercer, I don't know. Maybe it's worth taking. I highly doubt it. Could help with killing tanks, but not really because it would go on a unit on the top, and they're not hitting units anyway unless I'm putting on an Nemesis Speed. I will say Nemesis Speed probably the best unit you could have on a Siren's save floor because it can actually damage the enemy, but it doesn't. We're just not really scaling that unit. So it's not really that relevant of damage when it's just tanks that are coming through. But it still helps. We saw it definitely helped. I just don't know how long that help will last. I don't even know about going to Cultivate because it's like we're not getting hit much. But I guess it still makes sense because you get more health. Boiler Room's good. That makes the draw upgrade a bit better. So, out of all of these, we already get half deployable. So it's just which room is most important. And honestly, I was going to say Siren Song, but Boiler Room on bottom floor is just immediate. So we'll do that. And this, I guess I could merge it with an Iron Tongue. It doesn't make much sense though. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense because it's just going on Nemesis Speed. So that's unfortunate, but Merchant of Arms still had something at least. So we don't need another shark. I could dupe. I don't know. Maybe Ensnare? I guess it's Ensnare for now. I was going to say the Sharpen just for the Split Anvil, but I think now we actually have better ways to like gain ember with the boiler room, so it's less needed. But the ensnare is just going to be useful. So we'll only have one removal for... I think we can spend money to still purge some of these. The spear stewards are just dead weights in the deck. And we'll just get rid of the spears elsewise. If we got the money, let's just use it. Never want to underestimate ring 7. -1 a turn is probably fine with the boiler room. Just gotta make sure that everything goes down there. Get you guys in. GG. Do I want to take damage? I think we have to get the Siren song out. So, yeah. I could root this guy so that... I could also just root this guy. Probably makes sense just to root this guy though, huh? We don't want it to go up to the next floor, I suppose. That's just an extra hit to get more frostbite here. Of course, I may just want to get more damage onto the Avowed Gladiator. Let's see what this does. Yeah. Stack that. I want all that damage in. Alright, that's dead. Those guys are dead. Alright. We'll do that. I guess we go here. Extra pip doesn't actually mean anything here anymore because we got rid of those units, but it's okay. Put the regen, this guy, since this guy is the Enchanted Chamber, we'll just have him with the one and dones. So we got 100 by 3 already kills this guy. We don't have to hold him here or anything. We might hold that guy though. I thought this guy was damaged. I guess not. Well, if that's the case, I can't really redraw this, so I might as well heal that now. You're dead. Just hit him. Whatever. Could've probably used it as an incant up there, but the incants, it's like, whatever. We're killing Rex, I'm pretty sure, just down here. That guy in the back should still die to the damage. We can root him though. We might as well. Just get as many heals here as we can. And I guess do that. Get an incant here. We got some other incants, but it's okay. Oh, the boiler room is so good. For Rex, do I want this other tank there? I don't think so. 76, so these guys are all dead. I guess I can just... only losing 22 health on racks. It's not bad. Make that 16. Alright, if I can get a double stack or a spell chain on the spreading spores, will be really good. I think Bramble-Ash is starting to make sense with the spreading spores being a game plan. Granted, sometimes there's junk in front of the tanks, but we'll see. I suppose I could always put the spikes on the mid-floor dude, if it makes more sense. I don't necessarily need those spikes on the bottom. These are all pretty bad unless I want an activator for Split Anvil. I don't think we need them. I could see Gustar Guard being a liability with the spreading spores though right now. We'll just have to see. We're splitting mask. I don't think that helps us. I think that actively hurts us. Jack Strips also just doesn't do much damage. Tether Scales, we don't have a lot of front-loaded spell damage other than the whatchamacallit. Intrinsic and Permafrost, definitely not what I'm looking for. But Intrinsic Pyrogrow, I think is okay. Or I could get this, I don't know, Spreading Spores maybe. Permafrost, the Bramble-Ash I think makes sense. It's a big combo move type deal. Could pseudo remove stuff. I mean, I think I am going to get rid of the gifts. It was okay to get through the game on some of those points, but I think it's perhaps, I don't know, it depends on how good I can get this yeah, I don't think I need the Seek Stone. Alright, there's a remove consume, which is not very good here. And didn't really get any of the upgrades that I would have wanted. I could hold over the spreading spores, but eventually I'm only playing spreading spores. That's not a good deal. Well, hold over on Ensnare is probably fine. I don't want any of that. Okay, Emblem the Exile's pretty good. Totem Fragment might have been alright too, but I think I'm just taking the health. Alright, so the dupe. I'm kind of feeling the Vanilla Sharpen. Since we have that Bramble-Ash. Probably still the Spreading Spores though. I think we probably just can benefit from those. Searched on one of those. Alright. Almost disastrous. Does suck that that guy still lived. I don't think I want to take 30 from this guy. I suppose I could. Alright, you're not dying today, buddy. I guess I can make him endless anyway. actually want to root any of these guys. Oh, right, because I don't have the Siren's room yet. I forgot to get rid of Gifts for a Guard. Honestly, I can play it past a certain point. Once I have enough spreading spores that it doesn't eliminate them entirely, I think we're fine. And again, I just don't know that I really need to root these, especially if this guy's coming up top next turn, huh? And that would be a reason to root that guy, I guess. We want to root him, maybe. We can just hold this. I don't think we need it yet. Wait, what? Oh, God. I even, like, identified that I didn't have the Siren song. Wow, that sucks. Well, that is not... That's not good. At least we won't take any more damage, but that really sucked. Really fucking sucked. Just throw that there. Put this here. $76 should be enough, though, to get through the Titan fight. We have 3 floors that will not die easy. Hmm. 47... May need to root him. I'm just going to root him twice, actually. Alright, they're all under the threshold for Siren Song, so that's good. Did I not play that? I thought I played that. We're definitely okay to play it here. I guess my hand was full. I'll put the big heal there. Alright, he's dead. Don't think I need to root anyone. Actually, may need to root that guy. He's got a pretty good amount of frostbite. I hope we're good into Relentless. This floor should be dead. This guy's under the threshold ever so slightly. I'll do that just to get some pip, I guess. So do that. So going into the boss, I should not root any of them. But I do want to draw cards, so I'll do that. Up to 34 regen, that's pretty good. Alright, yep, they're dying. We don't even need to do anything. But of course, we're gonna do something. There you go. Alright, GG. Alright. And every now and then I can daze Dominion to further eliminate damage done to my pyre. Big pool of cosmic fire. I wonder what it tastes like. Maybe I want the spikes on this guy for this fight. Makes sense. Of course, it's a catch-22 because I want the regen on this guy. Because I want this guy to hit the restoration detonations, but yeah, I guess we'll just spread the love around here a little bit. Do this for the incan. Do this for the hit. Our top floor has a reason to exist again. I got to die next turn. Alright. We really should get this Siren song into play. It would draw these 3 specific spells. Damage spells. Actually, it would... Oh, I forgot they changed it to only damage spells. That makes it tougher, because then it actually, the detonations won't be played. I think we just can't play gifts, unfortunately. Which sucks, because it is my split anvil activator for this turn. Of course, my hand is full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. So I play that. It will just draw 1. I guess that's fine. I want to get rid of this, and I do want to get these things. I think we can wait on the Siren song. I don't really need it until the whole next cycle. That's fine. Oh, that's perfect. Alright. So, let's do that. Don't think I need to lock anyone in, so let's just get an incant here. I do want to get this into play. Make you endless, I guess. And yeah, I think we don't root any of that. I'll just do this for the incant. Save this for when we need it. And I am drawing 9, so it does hurt my draw by 1 because of the Pyro. So maybe I should just play it from... Don't want to take this damage. They're dying. So we'll do that. Incant. This guy's living pretty well. I may want to toss some... Since we don't fight Relentless, like I don't need as much regen here. I should probably put some here. We're drawing 8, so I can hold it for now. Alright, he's muted, thankfully. We're getting to the point now, though, where I need to think about playing this. And I think it definitely makes sense. Most of this hand costs 0 anyway. he's dead. And then they'll just die the next turn, so... Yeah, the Siren Sound is going to do really well with the increased higher damage as well, so we really don't have to worry about spending too much resources on clearing tanks, I would say. We really just need to make sure we're playing Pyrelight every turn, and I got to keep this Sentient alive now, so let's do that. Actually, just do that. That way. Give this here. I guess if Sentient dies, we still have Siren of the Sea, but I do want to keep this thing alive. This after. It does hurt my higher faster, though, I guess, if I'm letting units come up with Siren of the Sea. Because this guy will keep hitting me. It's something to keep in mind. So we don't want to incant here. Could kill that in 2 incants if I wanted to, which might be okay. I mean, this guy's not dying or anything. I really don't actually want this guy to come up to Dominion, I suppose. But I think it's probably fine. He'll come up. He'll only get hit once, so... This guy could use some heals more than this guy could. That's good damage there. Forgot that would generate 2 of those. His lack of Titanite is definitely tough. He's hurting. This guy's fine. I don't think I'll need to really do much with the bottom guy. I really do want to keep this Sentient alive for another round if I can. Man, he's certainly going to die to that, though. Still might just want the incants here. Plus my bottom guy's endless, so if he dies, I'll just replay him. He does, and the equipment even comes back. Yeah, so he's almost certainly dead here. I guess I can just play the Frenzied Swarm to get rid of that. I don't want to keep that guy there. Maybe just keep, like... I don't even really need to keep any of them. Just keep incanting here, because this guy's going to be dead. I mean, I could Frenzied Swarm this. It probably makes sense. You to stay alive, too. Yeah, so I stay alive again here. That's fine. Unleash the Wildwood went really hard in this deck. I don't know if I can keep Sentient alive anymore. I gotta keep this guy alive and this guy alive already. Well, I don't need to keep this guy alive. I can forget about him. But for sure, these I need to figure out. And I'm gonna need to keep Siren of the Sea alive, which it should be fine. Just make sure I'm canting up here. rid of one of these. Looks like we're killing him here. Oh yeah, entropy. I didn't realize we did that much damage to entropy already. It's pretty nice. Well, we'll just do a big hit here, I guess. Who's got the most spikes? You, apparently. Do it for 0 damage. Perfect. Alright, we got him. That's some, that was a nice monster train run, I feel. 3 floors. Granted, only on the last fight did the top floor really matter that much, but it did. And I think, who knows, actually? I don't know that it mattered that much. It gave me an extra draw for a while. I don't know that... I probably would have just killed entropy anyway. Like, I don't know that those things actually did much, but we'll say that they did. Anyway, that was a fun one. You know, the gnarled root still didn't really end up doing much, but it's okay. I certainly didn't mind getting spreading spores to do some stuff. Who knows? And I think it was pretty useful here. It would have been so much better if I could have got double stack or spell chain, though, obviously. Spell chain's actually a little bit weird with this card. I still think it's positive. It's obviously at least as good as what we have here, but, you know, the spell chained copy doesn't actually spell chain is the weird part of it, but, you know, it's still at least as good as this, and then it's still, the first time you play it, the spell chain still retains it, so... Anyway, though, let's get a challenge generated out of that one. That could be a good one to practice a 3-floor setup. There's other stuff you could do on that run, too. It was kind of funny, though. It is, like, for the most part, it seems like really just 2 Titan Sentries and Bogworm's Growth plus a Siren's Sea Room almost pretty much soloed the entire run. I don't even know how much help. Obviously, we had to heal them a little bit here and there. We didn't have that good of heals, though. Like, it didn't take much for them to just kind of carry the run. So, that's interesting. But, yeah, as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.